Hello, I am Sheetal Prasad, your host for today's episode of Journal Time by Adamus University. I wholeheartedly welcome you all. Recent spate of controversies against stand-up comedians like Munawwar Farooqi, Kunal Kamra, Veer Das is not only a question mark on the very ethos of Indian democracy, that is freedom of speech and expression, but also it does indicate that we as a society are losing our sense of humor. However, should we blame the system alone, or there is a need for the content creators to review their content as well? To discuss this important issue, we have a panel of experts from Adamus University Journalism Department, Shubhangi Das, Chandrima Das, and Debomita Dev. We'll try to find an answer to this entire issue. So I would like to ask my very first question to Shubhangi. Have we really lost our sense of humor?
Thank you, Sheetal, for asking me these questions. And I would also like to take a chance to thanks Adamas University to giving me this for giving me this opportunity to join this wonderful panel discussion. Well, coming back to your question, yeah, as we all know that laughter is the best medicine we choose to fume. In pursuit of finding logic in a giggle nowadays, the comedians are held accountable for their comedy. Their jokes are taken seriously, and all the serious things that need our attention are taken as a joke. So, most of the people nowadays have a mindset where they find anything which goes against their logic or belief to be offending. They connect the dots from the beginning of a comical performance till the end, putting their sense of humor, which is actually not humorous anymore these days. So we have a very recent example of Veerdas, like where he didn't generalize the whole country, but quote and unquote two Indias that he come from actually. But the ability to appreciate a stand-up lacks in some people nowadays. So it's high time for us to smile and don't take everything very seriously. Like we should take a joke as a joke and not that seriously. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Shubhangi. Very well said. We should surely reignite the ability to laugh not only at others but also at oneself. The ability to see the funnier side of life is a virtue that should be there in all of us. Now comes our second question on the repercussion that a comedian has to face for the kind of jokes they say. So, Chandrima, please enlighten us on who are to be blamed for the threats and harassment of comedians.
Thank you, Shital, for asking me this question. I would also like to thank Adamas University and School of Media and Communication for providing me with this opportunity. Firstly, I think we should not take a negative stance in everything, and we should stand by people also. See, if what they are saying is actually correct, it's our duty to stand by them. So if somebody is saying something that is in humorous form, we should appreciate that humor. Secondly, whatever has been said, if it's true, there are people who don't want to hear the truth, but then we should also come along in support of that person. Uh, in this circumstances, the surrounding in our surrounding, what is going on, we are seeing that the government has been labeling people who are providing with a different point of view, different angle. They are started labeling them as anti-nationals. So when media stops performing its job as watchdog and becomes a lapdog, I think it's stand-up comedians stepping in, and through their content, they are pointing out the deficiencies. Thank you.
Thank you, Chandrima. Yes, we must have diverse perceptions. Thank you for throwing light on this understanding. Comedy has been one of the popular platform and political satire has been traditionally a popular medium for questioning the authorities. But Devumita, has satire now lost the comic touch to it and become more serious in nature?
Thank you, Sheetal. Thank you asking me this question, and I would like to thank Adamus University for giving me this opportunity as well. In my point of view, comedy is more than just a medium of entertainment. Like it is interwoven into the fabric of our everyday existence. Like humorous various genres and got different effect on people depending on their social background. Like, although the purpose of comedy is to generate humor, but the impact is not always uniform, as it depends from individual to individual as per their socio-political beliefs and background. Like, that's why they are judging their jokes from their point of view, I think. Like, not only people are taking comedy seriously, but also the stand-up comedians are making serious content. Like, jokes are supposed to be funny and humorous, but some comedians just want to create controversies. Like, also comedians want to take up serious social issues through their content without giving their required humorous treatment. Like, although I think comedy is not the only way to raise social issues, but it does play a critical role in creating awareness in the people, like, without hurting anyone's sentiment. Through comedy you just can't hurt anyone's sentiment, I think. So thank you, that's all from my side right now.
Thank you, Debomita. Indeed, stand-up comedy can raise many important social issues, but when said in a very constructive way. As we know that some of these stand-up comedians have been prosecuted for their jokes. So in this context, Shubhangi, may I ask you, has stand-up comedy become an excuse to take legal action nowadays?
So it seems that nowadays doing comedy has become a criminal offense. Like from very recent things, we can get to know all these things. So we have recently seen how Faruqi was arrested and his shows were cancelled despite the court releasing him from prison, and that prompted him to call off his comic acts altogether. So similar type of backlash has been seen in the case of Ved Das and Kunal Kamra as well. So Ved Das' fault lies in speaking on issues in India varying from women's safety to tackling COVID-19 and politics. Thus, it seems as if comedy these days can easily trigger any angry responses, and that can lead to feeling frivolous police complaints. So, according to me, yes, comedy has become an excuse to take legal actions nowadays. So, yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Shubhangi. Let's move on to our next question. So Chandrima, tell us, what would you say if someone says that we have lost tolerance for unpopular opinions?
See, Sheetal, I would say that we are not losing our sense of humor, but also our ability to accept the harsh reality of our lives. Although it is our fundamental duty, fundamental right to express ourselves, but that doesn't give us a free hand to criticize people for anything and everything. We also see a very disturbing trend of national television media demonizing stand-up comedians or people who want to contradict the government policies. The problem is that people's opinion is also being molded against the people who are contradicting the government by some of the biased pro-government channels. Such is the adverse opinion that is formed, that even their families are being targeted by this fundamentalist group. So if we don't support those who are speaking the truth, we'll plunk into anarchy. Thank you, Shita.
Thank you, Chandrima. Now, Debomita, my last and most important question that needs to be addressed is, should there be an introspection to the content in today's comedy? Humor's essence lies in subtleties, but today's humorists are more direct, use abusive language, which was not in the case of cartoonists like R.K. Lakshman and satirist Jaspal Bhatti and others in the past.
Like, Sheetal, the point is that this certainly because comedians of the 80s and 90s era like Jaspal Bhatti and R.K. Lakshman were known for their satirical take on problems of the common man and the administration, which include corruption, fundamentalism, and many other poverty related issues. Like, however, the message that was given out by people like R.K. Lakshman, Jaspal Singh Bhatti was very subtle and supported by comedy. But it seems that today's humorists are more direct on the face and lack of subtleness that is a hallmark of comedy. And it seems that this is not going down well with the pro government group. So it's high time that instead of just blaming the administration for suppressing free speech, we also introspect on the kind of content that we are generating today and how it is being delivered. We may reconnect the example of Asim Trivedi as well for his cartoons that insulted the national symbols, emblem, and parliament. So, when cartoonists, in the name of humor, demean the parliament or demean the leadership in a very vulgar way, so that will be a repercussion. Na? Same goes with the stand ups. Political satire is not something new, it's an old concept. It is one of the oldest form of political humoring satire. But why there is so much adverse reaction against today's satire? Is it because they are losing the art of subtle of humor? So that's it. That's from my side. Thank you, Sheetal.
Well said, Devomita. While there is no doubt regarding the growing intolerance to the kind of political satire and comics that have been created by comedians today, but somewhere down the line, there is also a need to introspect in the kind of content that is generated now than what was generated 2-3 decades back. We need to ask ourselves, can we laugh at somebody else's expense by making somebody else feel lesser or demeaned? Of course not. This is where our comedians are going wrong. Thank you all for giving your valuable insights and highlighting the major contradictions and plus points on this topic. With this, I, Sheetal Prasad from Adamas University Journalism Department, take your leave. See you all in the next episode of Journal Time.
Thank you.